In this video, I'm going to show you everything that you need to know when it comes to washing your delicates, both in a washing machine, but also hand washing. Oftentimes you will want to hand wash if you only have 1 or 2 items. I have 4 children if you are brand new here, so I do a lot of laundry in this household. The methods that I show you will help you avoid shrinkage, discoloration, and damage. What is a delicate, you ask? Basically anything that you do not want damaged. So for example, costumes that have a lot of beading or sequins on them, bras, panties, some swimsuits, and particular pieces of clothing such as wool, sweaters, and jackets. Little jewels such as this, mesh items. This is the first thing that you want to do when it comes to washing your delicates. Let's take the skirt, for example. Anything I talk about will be linked in that description box below for you, including these hangers, because they are awesome. We'll get to those in just a second. But inside of every garment, there should be a care label. This particular piece of clothing is from Shane or Shine, depending upon how you want to pronounce it. Wash with light colors, machine wash, cold, gentle cycle, do not bleach, and then tumble dry low, iron if needed. So based on these instructions, yes, this is basically a delicate. When it comes to delicates, you'll notice there are 2 main things. Watch this. I have the delicate cycle on my washing machine. Yours may say hand wash. You can see that it is turned to cold water. Your spin speed is slow and your soil is light. So cold water, minimal spinning, and basically no heat. So if you're hand washing, you're gonna wanna use cold water in your sink or bathtub, whatever you're using. You can see right here, I'm actually whitening some items and I used hot water, but for delicates, it's always cold water. If you're washing more than 1 item, it is a good idea to separate based on color and fabric. Now, what sort of laundry detergent should you use when it comes to washing your delicates? I've chosen a few here that are some of my favorites. This Woolite one works great. It has just a nice light scent. This 7th generation one is the big kahuna here. This is great. It doesn't really smell like anything, and if you love plant-based products, then you will absolutely love this one. And how about regular laundry detergent? I am a Tide girl through and through again because it works every single time. Nothing in here is sponsored. You can use regular laundry detergent. I would just use less than you think that you need. Now you certainly can buy products such as this that are designed particularly for delicates, but if you don't have these on hand, again, I'll link them below, you can use your regular old laundry detergent. What if you have a stain on your delicate item? Make sure that you pre-treat it. There's a couple ways that you can do it. I love this OxiClean. It works almost every single time when it comes to removing stains, and yes, you can use it on your delicates. Another alternative for you, sometimes you can get out the stain with a little Dawn dish soap, such as this right here. Once you've decided on your laundry detergent, what you want to do is get yourself a mesh laundry bag. I'll link one in the description box below. You can also pick these up at your local Dollar Tree. Yes, you can see that it's see-through, so water and the detergent can pass through your item, but it won't get tangled up and damaged in your washing machine. What if you don't have a laundry mesh bag? You could certainly use a pillowcase. However, I don't think it's the best alternative because see these holes in here? Yeah, you're not gonna get that with a pillowcase, but you certainly can use a pillowcase. Now, how about drying your items so that you avoid any damage and shrinking? You can see here on my dryer, I do have a delicate option, and it has set itself for 8 minutes and very low temperature. You can also choose air only. I have used the low setting on my delicates and it works just fine. You may have an option on your dryer to choose your time dry, and there you can go ahead and choose air only should you decide. Now, my preferred method when it comes to drying your delicates is just to let it air dry naturally. A couple things that you can do is just grab yourself a hanger, hang it up. I love these because you can just twist the top just like that. You can also lay it flat to dry on a drying rack or a rack that is stand up. All of the options work great. I love the drying rack, particularly for sweaters, especially a sweater such as this one right here that has different shapes. Make sure that as your shirt or sweater is drying that you reshape it periodically, because oftentimes, and particularly with wool, they will shrivel up on themselves. Here are some other tips that will be really helpful for you when it comes to washing your delicates. If you have any buttons, make sure that you fasten those first. And something like this, you're gonna wanna turn inside out. And this is great because this is the part that comes in contact with your body where there may be smells, so perfect. You may be wondering, do you dry your items in your laundry bag? Yes, I put them in both the washer in the laundry bag and in the dryer if I'm gonna use that alternative. But again, I do prefer that they air dry. Next, when it comes to hand washing your items, get yourself a good pair of gloves. This saves your nails and your manicure. Use just a very little amount of detergent. And then what you're gonna do, pretend these are delicates, is you're gonna go ahead and just hand wash, just like you would back in the olden days. Agitate them a little bit. Again, make sure your garments are turned inside out. Everything is buttoned. I do like to let them sit for a few minutes and then again go back and agitate with your hands. Have you ever actually watched your washing machine and what it does? I actually sat here for an entire washing machine cycle because I wanted to see what happens. And basically it just goes around and around and around, and then finally spin really fast. So if you can replicate that minus the fast spinning with your hand washing technique, your laundry will be clean. What's really nice here on this Woolite laundry detergent, you can see right here, for hand wash, fill up to line 1. For machine wash, fill above line 2. And then it also has machine wash directions for you. Select gentle or delicate cycle if available. Select cold water setting unless your label instructions tell you otherwise, which I showed you. Fill machine with water. Pour this with the measuring cap, then add all clothes, and then follow drying instructions. Gently cleans without harshness. The directions are not as friendly on this one right here. I think this goes without saying, but just in case, avoid any sort of fabric softener when it comes to washing your delicates. You may also be asking, can you wash your delicates with your regular old laundry routine? And the answer, my friend, is yes. You can. I do it all the time. But if you want to ensure that nothing is going to get damaged, follow the instructions that I just provided for you. But I do wash leotards, I do wash mesh things, I do wash dance costumes in a regular warm water cycle, and they've come out fine. But it's always better to be safe than sorry. A couple bonus tips here for you when it comes to washing your delicates and your laundry in general. Make sure that you leave this open after you wash because there's often liquid still in here, and if you shut it, it's dark, it smells, bacteria and mold start to grow. Also make sure that you leave your washer door open, especially these front loaders. A lot of mold tends to grow inside of here. Make sure that you're cleaning your washing machine on a regular basis. I do recommend the Fresh brand. It works very well. You can see here on my washing machine, it actually recommends it right here on the front. Rather than going to your local dry cleaner and paying a ton of money, these Woolite at-home dry cleaning kits work amazing. Yes, they remove odors, remove stains, and releases wrinkles without shrinking, stretching, and no fading. Now that you're cleaning your washing machine to ensure that your clothing is actually being washed and cleaned very well, how do you clean your dryer? This is super affordable on Amazon. Again, nothing is sponsored, but watch this. You just take this, shove it down in here. I'm gonna need 2 hands for this one. There's a little lip that you need to pull back in order to get this down there, but watch this. Yes. This works great under your refrigerator as well, and you can see it has a nice long handle. Have you ever wondered what the various laundry symbols mean? Well, actually right now in my Amazon cart, I have this really adorable laundry symbol sign. I cannot wait for it to arrive at my home. Not only is it cute, but it's super functional. Last time I checked, these laundry symbol signs were limited, so if you are interested, make sure that you do click that link in the description box so you don't miss out. Now, if you want to know my #1 whitening routine, especially for items that you've already washed in hot water, you've already bleached, and they still have not come out white, click the video on screen now. I will also link it in that description box below. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you, my friend, in the next one.